the bling. Don't you know it's all about the cash and ching, about the double profits to stack them things. Make big bucks, change rocks and rings. Bang.
Welcome to the first pay-per-view of the series. It is Money in the Bank, the all-important Money in the Bank pay-per-view. And today we're deciding which brand stays and which brand goes. We have a very, very interesting card. 6 matches here today. And, well, of course, we're deciding which brand stays and goes. So we know the 3 for Raw. We're not sure about SmackDown yet. Let's get into it. And kicking off Money in the Bank, we have a tag match between the Bar and Rated RKO for the Tag Team Championships.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. It is for the WWE Tag Team Championship. On the way to the ring, at a combined weight of 499 pounds, the Celtic Warrior Sheamus and Cesaro the
Now, Randy Orton plays a very, very important role. He initially saved Edge when he was getting attacked backstage by the Bar.
Opponents first, from St. Louis, Missouri, weighing in at 250 pounds, Randy Orton.
And here he is. 2 weeks ago, he was attacked backstage by Sheamus and Cesaro. He competed that night.
And his partner, from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, weighing in at 249 pounds.
Well, the announcer forgot to say his name, so I will. This is Edge. This is the match that will settle the rivalry. We really don't know why Sheamus and Cesaro attacked Edge in the first place. But here we go. The tag championships are on the line. Rated RKO did beat the Hardy Boys when Edge was strapped up a few weeks ago. And Randy Orton beat Cesaro last week. And to kick things off, Randy Orton starts with the big clothesline, taking control of Sheamus. So it'll be interesting to see how Randy Orton and Edge work as a team today, as they really haven't had much experience as a team in recent times. Obviously, they've been teammates a long time ago for a while, and they're good friends for the most part. But they've had their differences. But yeah, for the most part, Edge and Randy Orton haven't really been teammates that long. So it'll be interesting to see how they compare to the cohesiveness of the Bar. And here's Sheamus now, with the big arms to the chest of Orton. Audience counting them out now. There's 10, and Orton falls to the outside. Here comes Cesaro. Cesaro got tagged in by Sheamus. And Cesaro's going to the outside to compete with Orton. Big European uppercut. That's what you can expect from Cesaro. Some offense here from Cesaro on the outside to Orton. Orton with his own uppercut. And flings Cesaro off the apron. Now, Orton and Sheamus have had their differences in the past. Orton going to the top rope. Sheamus gets a kick in here. And Orton botched it. He overshot and there was no one home. But that's okay because he's on Cesaro now. Big ground and pound from the Viper, who tags in Edge. Here's Edge now. Tossing off the ropes, going under, going over. Big boot to the chest of Cesaro. Edge looking for the pin, looking to secure the early W1. Cesaro kicks out at 1. Yeah, Edge cannot believe that. I mean, too early there, Edge. Running bulldog from Edge to Cesaro, and he's loving it. The rated R superstar. And Cesaro looks to be crawling back to Sheamus here. But Edge knocks Sheamus off the edge. Picking up Cesaro. And Irish whip into the corner. And he... Oh no! Cesaro with the reversal and the big drop kick. That will do well for him, Cesaro. Working on Edge now. Rolling him over a little bit. Big elbow. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see how Edge and Randy Orton finish this match out together as a team instead of two individual superstars, because we know how great each of them are, but we don't know how well they work in a team. I've only seen them together once in this series. Obviously, they did end up being the Hardy Boys. Big move from Edge. Going for the cover now. 1. Sheamus kicks out at 1. Obviously, Sheamus and Cesaro have had their illustrious past as well. Sheamus winning WWE and World Heavyweight Championships prior to this in years past, and Cesaro, we know how dominant Cesaro's been before. Now Edge working the arm of Sheamus in a submission here with the knee on the back of Sheamus, twisting Sheamus's head backwards. That can't feel good at all for Sheamus. Edge really working the neck of Sheamus here. And he gets out. Sheamus gets out of that one. And Edge reversal. What is this? Big DDT from Edge. Signature DDT. Going for the cover. 1. And Cesaro saves his mate. That's the teamwork we can expect from the bar here. Cesaro saving Sheamus. Edge going for the cover anyway. 1. Sheamus kicks out at 1. Sheamus gets up quickly. And Edge spear! Spear out of nowhere. Go for the cover. 1, 2, 3. They've done it. That was quick. Edge and Randy Orton have taken out the bar and won the tag team titles. That was very quick from Edge, who did most of the work there. Spear to, I think it was Sheamus in the end that won the match. Randy Orton didn't get much offense in, but I'm sure he wouldn't mind too much, because now he is the first tag team champion of the series. Oh wow. Rated RKO had one match together prior to this, and they've done it. They've taken home gold. Pretty much all thanks to Edge, really. Randy didn't do too much. And Sheamus was pretty appalling in the ring as well. See what happens to the bar. But for now, the champions are Edge and Randy Orton. Next match of the day is for the Intercontinental Championship, as the announcer will tell you.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the WWE Intercontinental Championship. Making his way to the ring from Long Island.
Well, obviously, Zack Ryder has been put in this match by Vince McMahon after his promising showing in the 3v3 match. That was just last week. Obviously, his team didn't win, but he was mighty good in that match. Here's his opponent. Oh man, he's undefeated this year. He's 2-0, and he's dominated both times, Bobby Lashley. No one's really been able to put a finger on him. I wonder if Ryder will get the chance tonight. So let's kick off this match. Big clothesline from Lashley, who's obviously gone undefeated so far. And he trips Ryder into the ropes. Ryder should need to come out of the gate strong. Bobby Lashley is a man mountain. Reversal from Ryder. Oh, and he's just caught by Lashley. Oh, big backbreaker, dropped onto the knee. Ryder really needs to come out strong to slow the momentum of the big fella. You know how dominant Lashley is. Now in the corner, big whip from Ryder. Big boot to the face. Misses the clothesline there. Off the rope. Another clothesline. Didn't really connect, but he got it. Turning over Ryder. Big body slam. Wouldn't it be great if Zack Ryder were to be the first man to knock off Bobby Lashley? Crowd favorite, pretty much a cult hero at this stage in his career, Zack Ryder. Last time he held the Intercontinental Championship, I believe it was from the ladder match at Mania, which he lost the night after. So maybe he's due for another Intercontinental Championship run. Just hope he can get over the hump here against the dominating Bobby Lashley. But here he goes, getting some offense in against the big man, who quickly and promptly rolls out. Takes the fight to the outside and drops Ryder on his back. Now Ryder reverses and throws Lashley inside the ring and follows up. Brings Lashley to his feet. Neck breaker. At least Ryder's getting some offense. We can take that from today, if anything else. But Bobby Lashley demonstrating his strength. He's just killed Zack Ryder so far. He boots him in the stomach, tosses him over, knees the back. Zack Ryder's coming. The audience are getting into it as well. Oh, big knee to the back of the neck. Bobby Lashley slow to get up. Ryder going to the top rope. But Lashley's made his way to the side ropes here. Zack Ryder's just waiting. He's just waiting. And he gets the big elbow drop to go to the head of the skull. The head of the skull? The top of the skull of Lashley. Who promptly gets up. Belly to belly suplex. Oh boy. Oh, Bobby Lashley is urging Zack Ryder to get up. Can't be anything good here coming for Ryder. Oh, here comes the suplex. He's just gonna walk around with him for a minute. Bam! Big suplex from Lashley. And Ryder is sore. Could this be it? Lashley. Spear! Spear to Ryder! 1, 2. Ryder kicks out. Ryder kicked out of Bobby Lashley's spear. We haven't seen Lashley spear anyone so far. This was the first one, and it seemed to not have worked. But here's another big clothesline from the big fella, who's got him in a submission, cranking the neck back, putting pressure on the lower back and neck of Zack Ryder. Zack Ryder's got to be close to tapping here. Zack Ryder taps out. Taps out to a neck crank. Zack Ryder tapped out to a neck crank from Bobby Lashley. And Lashley has won the IC title. Lashley looked good, didn't he? I mean, Ryder got some offense of his own in, but it wasn't enough. As Lashley completely outpowered the little man. Look at that. What are you supposed to do in that situation? All he could do was tap. And that's it. Your Intercontinental Champion is now Bobby Lashley. He extends his winning streak to 3-0. The big man showing the audience what he's worth. Oh, he doesn't seem to be done yet. Lashley. The music cut. I mean, no. No, No. Lashley, you've already won. Lashley. Oh. No, he's going for another big running slam. Power slam from the big fella. Oh, he's not done yet, Bobby Lashley. He's picking Ryder up again. No, big face buster. That's gonna end it. That has got to end it. Lashley's dominating run continues. Now moving on to the next match of the evening. We have Apollo Crews and Chad. Where's Chad Gable? I guess Crews just decided to come out by himself. I mean, get some separation from Chad Gable, I guess.
The following contest
That's maybe how they work so well together, but last time we saw Apollo Crews, he actually lost to, I believe it was ELIAS. And this is their last chance from Vince McMahon to continue their work in the company. Disappointing a few weeks ago, and Vince has lined up a challenge for Crews and Gable today.
And from Minneapolis, Minnesota, weighing in at 202 pounds, the Technician.
Well, the announcer has once again forgotten his name, but I haven't. Chad Gable makes his way to the ring. Here come their opponents. Bit of a losing streak. It's pretty much win or go home for both of these teams. Hardy Boys have been in a bit of a slump. So have Crews and Gable.
And at a combined weight of 461 pounds, Jeff Hardy and Matt Hardy, the Hardy Boys.
So this Extreme Rules Tornado Tag match gets underway, and well, it's make or break for both these tag teams here. As Apollo Crews just Lariat's a ghost there, but it's make or break for both teams here. They've really been on a losing streak, both these guys, and I'd assume the loser here is in some big strife with Vince McMahon. Matt Hardy gets the leg drop to go. Let's just see which team can come out on top. I think the Extreme Rules advantage might go to the Hardy Boys. They're more experienced in this sort of style of match. But I mean, never count out Crews and Gable. But Hardy seems to be working, or Matt Hardy seems to be working on Gable. Here comes a cover, and Jeff kicks out before the count starts. Gable with a big move. And that sees Matt Hardy roll out, so both Crews and Gable can start work on Jeff, but Gable leaves the ring and he's looking for a weapon. Oh, he's got a sledgehammer. It's turned into Triple H. He's going for Jeff Hardy here, who reverses. Some interesting scenes going on inside and outside of the ring. Matt Hardy working on Crews and Jeff Hardy working on Gable. Gable seems to be the most hurt, but that was intuitive. He's going for the cover here. Ref turn around. 1. Jeff kicks out at 1, but Crews has the sledgehammer. Matt Hardy coming into the ring, and he runs straight into Crews' hammer, who's going to town on Matt Hardy's chest. Oh boy. But Gable's put Jeff Hardy up on the top rope here. And Cruz is doing all the work. Going up to Jeff Hardy now. Oh no. Oh no! Wow, Cruz showing his strength here tonight. Now the double team can start with Gable and Cruz on Matt Hardy. Going for the cover is Gable. 1. Kick out at 1. And Matt Hardy gets up quickly. And they lock hands now, pushing Gable away. But Jeff's got a kendo stick. And he whacks Cruz in the face. Then the body misses the second one. Lariat from Cruz, who kicks up Matt Hardy. Counts at 1. This is a chaotic match, everyone. Cruz is trying to hit Hardy, but things aren't working out. Matt Hardy going for the cover now. 1. Kick out from Cruz. At just 1. Jeff Hardy with the big move to Cruz. That's gonna hurt his neck. Matt, twist of fate was denied. Cruz reversed it. Jeff Hardy going for another. And Cruz swiftly gets out of the ring. Hardy follows, misses the drop kick. Jeff Hardy picks up a chair. It's thrown away by Cruz. But inside the ring, Matt Hardy picking up the sledgehammer to the body. He's working away at Cruz, who can do nothing but lie there and take it. Now he rolls to the outside, and Cruz is hurt. Cruz is hurting real bad. Bulldog from Matt Hardy. Jeff Hardy picking up Cruz himself. And inside the ring we go. But leg sweep for Matt Hardy, keeping Cruz on the outside. But Gable comes on the inside. What is this? He's got the leg and he's swept Jeff. Oh no, he's just put the knee down on Jeff's own knee. Going for the cover now. 1, 2. Oh, kick out from Jeff and also saved by Matt. Now it's 2 Hardy brothers and Gable in the ring. DDT. He's busted Gable open. This could be the turning point of the match for the Hardys. Bringing Gable to his feet. Side bomb. Going for the cover. 1, 2. Cruz saves Gable. They've got each other's back here. The tandem. Who drop kicks Matt Hardy in the back. Matt Hardy trying to roll out the ring. Cruz not letting it happen. Turning Matt around. Gable celebrating. Cruz with the big power bomb. 1, 2. Matt kicks out as Jeff couldn't save him. Now chaos ensues inside of the ring. Apollo Cruz reverses Matt Hardy. Gable with the drop kick. What is Cruz doing? Gable getting some momentum now. Bringing Jeff to the top. Oh, here comes Cruz with the comeback. Gable going for the cover. 1, 2. Jeff Hardy kicks out. Cruz still going for that lariat. He landed on top of Jeff and he kicked up on top of him as well. Now it's a 2-on-1. Cruz bringing Hardy to his feet. Gable flies with the drop kick, the missile drop kick. Cruz brings Hardy to his feet. Big kick to the head. Going for the cover. Count, ref, count. 1, 2. Oh, Jeff kicks out. Kicks out at 2 and Cruz is awaiting. Jeff Hardy though clotheslines him into the corner. Matt looking to work on Cruz as well. Cruz gets up. Gable and Cruz double teaming Matt Hardy now. Cruz turning him around. He's going for another powerbomb, the big man. There's no way he kicks out of this. Matt Hardy. Well done. 1, 2, 3. That's it. Apollo Cruz and Chad Gable beat the Hardy brothers in an Extreme Rules matchup. Money in the Bank. It was a hard-fought contest by both sides. but inevitably it was Cruz and Gable that picked up the W. I think they just worked better as a team. Honestly, at times they were double teaming one of the Hardy Boys when the other one was on the outside. They just worked together so well. Here we go for the United States title. Cedric Alexander
The following contest
coming out.
is a triple threat match and is for the WWE United States Championship. Making his way to the ring from Charlotte, North Carolina, weighing in at 200 pounds, Cedric Alexander.
Now, Daniel Bryan did in fact lose to Alexander. However, Vince McMahon does believe that after the Fiend's interference, that Daniel Bryan does deserve a second chance, and tonight, that is what he will get, the United States Championship.
Ladies and gentlemen, ELIAS.
Hello, I am ELIAS. And as the man who holds the power of the wind in his fist, I've got one question for
Oh,
everybody
shut up,
here
Elias.
tonight.
Elias was only put here because he beat
Who
Apollo
wants to
Crews
walk
a few
with
weeks
Elias?
ago. And well, I mean,
Now, I have been
he was
all
solid in that
across the
match.
world. I've been to
Not sure
Paris,
if he
I've been to
deserves
Italy, all
United
across
States
Europe,
title
South
shot.
America.
Shut up, Elias. Alright, now obviously by the end of the night there will be just one brand left. It's the United States title and the Intercontinental title. Well, we're not sure if both of them will stay yet, but we will find out soon enough. And for the rights to the United States title, it will be between Bryan, Elias, and Alexander. Here we go. Now, Elias and Cedric Alexander both missed their first moves, but Daniel Bryan goes for the leg sweep and Alexander hits the lariat. Now picking up Elias here, stretching the neck, putting pressure on that chin and neck of Elias. Now, the triple threat match is one to be careful of because you can still lose the match without being pinned. So it makes it harder for someone to win the title, as it's only a 1 in 3 chance. But I really hope Elias doesn't win it, because I don't think he deserves to be in this match. I think Daniel Bryan got screwed out of the win against Cedric Alexander a couple weeks ago from the interference, and well, I mean, Alexander's won 2 in a row, regardless of interference or not. He's undefeated so far, so I can see a reason why both those superstars are in this match, but I mean, Elias has only beaten one half of a tag team. Why is he here? I mean, he's showing right now, he's dominating right now, but man, I just wish that Elias would drop the music. He needs to focus on his wrestling a bit more. He's a bit shabby, you know, in the ring. He's getting taught here by Cedric Alexander, but he reverses that one. No, not doing too bad, Elias. Picking up Alexander to his shoulders, dropping him on his knee. Not looking good here for Cedric. And Daniel Bryan drops Elias on his neck. Now Daniel Bryan oh no, Daniel Bryan is going for the guillotine on Elias. Alexander stomps to break that one up. And out goes Daniel Bryan and Elias. But Alexander's bringing Bryan back into the ring with a neck breaker from the ropes. Can't feel too good on that mat. Now Irish whip into the ropes, going under, going over. Big drop kick caught by Bryan, and the splash. Now Elias back into the ring on the back of Bryan, picks him up, drops him to the mat. And Elias asserting his dominance early, going for the pin on Daniel Bryan. 1. Daniel Bryan kicks out. Now going to work on the gut of Daniel Bryan. Now a big arm to the head. Alexander runs forward, traps Elias' arm, he reverses it, kicks him in the stomach. And he's got Alexander's arm here, twisting his back. Elbow to the head of Elias. Lariat, kick up. Alexander's got the momentum. He play possum, roll up. 1, 2, no, 1 count from Elias. That was a bit of a slow count from the ref, can't lie. But Elias with a big knee to the chest of Cedric Alexander, who rolls up. Bulldog. Daniel Bryan's just staying out of things now. Very smart, but he reverses something. Alexander facebuster, going into the pin. Count it, ref. 1, 2. Daniel Bryan kicks out. Daniel Bryan kicks out of the signature of Alexander, who's begging Elias to get up now. What's he got in store for Elias? What's this? Suplex? Suplex from Alexander. Daniel Bryan going over to Alexander, who runs on top of Daniel Bryan's knee, stomping on him. Lapel lock! Locked it in! Yes, look! Lapel lock! Alexander, will he tap? Daniel Bryan has got him on the ropes, metaphorically, not physically, because then that would break up the submission. But Daniel Bryan has him close to tapping. Alexander, though, gets out of it, hits Daniel Bryan in the face, but Alexander seems tired. Daniel Bryan turns around with elbows. Alexander in the face, going for the cover, and Elias. 1. Elias kicks out at 1. Cedric Alexander's nowhere to be seen. It's Elias and Bryan now. Big clothesline, going for the cover. 1, 2. Daniel Bryan kicks out at 2. Near fall there for Elias. Elias, he's got Daniel Bryan on his shoulders. Now Cedric Alexander comes back into the ring. Elias has got a bone to pick with him. Twists the arm, drops him down, and flips him. Damn, Elias has got all the momentum. He's going to the top rope, but Alexander gets to his feet. Daniel Bryan throws Elias off the side. Face buster! Face buster from Alexander. Alexander picks Daniel Bryan up. He's taunting him now. What's he doing? Alexander! Daniel Bryan whips Alexander into the ropes. Alexander catches Bryan, who puts Bryan into the ropes, turning Bryan round, slamming him on the ground. What's he got next? Big splash! Bryan, 1, 2. Daniel Bryan kicks out. There's got to be not much left in the tank for Daniel Bryan. Sorry, I can't speak English. But Daniel Bryan forearms Alexander. Elias turns him around. Electric chair drop from Elias. Daniel Bryan kick to the head of Elias. He's setting Elias up. This could be the end of days for Elias. No, Bryan. He's got him in the figure 8. So much pressure on the legs of Elias. He's got no choice. He's got to get out of it. He taps. Elias taps. We have a new U.S. champion. That is Daniel Bryan. What a match. Daniel Bryan has secured the US title once again.
Here is your winner, Daniel Bryan.
Now, we don't have a major title holder yet on the show, but this will start the tournament to get one. Kevin Owens will be the first man in the tournament of 8.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Marieville, Quebec, Canada. Weighing in at 200.
Now the winner will decide what major title they want to hold. And Kevin Owens, well, he grew up a wrestling fan, so he might choose something a bit more old school. But here's the first match of the tournament to decide the major title holder for this universe. And here comes his opponent. The show-off, Shawn Michaels 2.0 Budget Edition.
And his opponent from Hollywood, Florida, weighing in at 200.
Dolph has something to prove. I don't think he's won yet this series, so he'll be looking to take out Kevin Owens, who hasn't made an appearance yet. But we all know what Kevin Owens is capable of, so Ziggler better watch out. Now Kevin Owens is deciding to wrestle without the shirt on. Maybe a sign of a new Kevin Owens as both wrestlers miss their first move and Ziggler gets the dropkick. Going for the early cover. 1.5 from Ziggler. Interesting decision to go straight for the cover. But Owens reverses that in the DDT from Kevin Owens. Now he's showboating to the fans. You might want to do that a bit later. Right now is not the time, Kevin Owens. You've just started a match. But he's going for the roll-up early. 1, 2. He gets a 2 count from the early roll-up. I mean, I guess he just wanted the match over and done with early, Kevin Owens. But Ziggler's got Kevin Owens walking to the ropes. And Owens throws Ziggler out. Owens has got to stamp his authority on this match. The dominant man himself playing to the crowd. Better hurry up and get this match done. We all want to see the next one. But Owens gets out of the way. Ziggler dropped on his neck. And Owens looks to be in control so far. Hasn't really done much wrong. Knees Ziggler in the back. Big kick to the chest of Ziggler. Owens definitely in control. Throws Ziggler into the corner so hard that he bounces off of it. Now, another roll-up. He wants the match finished. 1. And that's not it. Come on, Kevin Owens. You've got to do a bit better than that. Ziggler's not just going to give up. He's going for another one. Kevin Owens. 1. Kevin Owens. What's he doing? He's obsessed with the roll-up. Now Ziggler reverses that. Float over neck breaker from Ziggler. Going for another quick cover. 1. And 1.5 is as much as Ziggler will get. Owens to his feet quite quickly. Ziggler's got control of that wrist of Owens. Contorting it backwards. But Owens gets out of that. And Owens backing up onto the ropes. And Ziggler. No, Owens reverses that one. And Owens is in prime position to take this match by storm. Drops Ziggler onto his knee. Going for the cover now. 1, 2, 2.5. Ziggler kicks out at that one. Kevin Owens is in fact what's he doing? He's going down to the announce table. He's ripping off all the toppings to that nice table. What's he got in store for Dolph? Big forearm to the head. Dolph Ziggler kicking Owens into the sternum. Float over, neck breaker. Another one from Ziggler. Picking Owens up. And throwing him over to the crowd. And he's playing up the crowd, Dolph Ziggler. Trying to sway the crowd in his favor. That would be monumental if he had the crowd behind him here. Owens with the kick to the thigh of Ziggler. Into the stairs he goes. Now, the announce table has not been used yet. I'm sure Owens will find a creative way to use it. Another big clothesline from the big man, KO. Fight Owens, fight, but Ziggler's here to fight first. Clothesline into the corner, stomping on Owens. He's choking out Owens now. The ref's trying to get Ziggler off of him. He's going to get DQ'd. Taking a leaf out of the Fiend's book. Brings Owens to the top Unprettier. Dolph Ziggler with the Unprettier. He's busted Owens open. Going for the cover now. Ref count. Oh, ref didn't even get a count in. Owens is not phased at all. Float over DDT from Kevin Owens. Ziggler has got to be feeling the pain, but so has Owens. He's open on the side of his head. Don't know how an Unprettier does that. Kevin Owens! He's risking his own body to beat up Ziggler. He's throwing Ziggler to the announce table. I knew he'd come up with something here. What's Owens doing? What's he doing? No. No, he's lifting up Ziggler. No way! Pile driver through the table. This is awesome. I do agree with the crowd. And Kevin Owens, he's ready. He's in the corner. He's telling Ziggler to get back in the ring now. He's not finished. And Ziggler does get up, but he's groggy. And Owens is playing to the fans. The count is at 7. Ziggler doesn't have much time. Come on, Dolph. Ziggler gets back into the ring. Kevin Owens meets him there. He goes under. Drop kick from Ziggler. Is he coming back? Gets out the way, does Kevin Owens. And he's got some fight in him. Kevin. Fight Owens. He's going for a lapel lock. Lapel lock is locked in. Lapel lock is locked in. We saw Daniel Bryan use this just a match ago. But Ziggler rolls out of that one. And, well, he's got momentum. Dolph, you'd think he does. Came back into the ring with a fury. But Owens has calmed him down. Picks Ziggler up. Who reverses. Suplex to the back. And he's hyped Dolph. And so he should be. He's got Owens on the ropes. What's he gonna do next? Well, Owens is literally on the ropes. And he chucks Ziggler over. Wow. What's he doing here? He's running off the ropes. Ziggler comes back into the ring. Big slap to the chest. Some big punches being laid by Owens. Picks Ziggler up. Samoan drop. He's getting the match back on his terms as Mr. Kevin Owens. Oh, boy, do I love a good match. This has been excellent. Ziggler. Ziggler with the shoulder barge. He's put Owens up to a sitting position. Bringing him up further now. Owens reverses. Smack to Ziggler's stomach. Ziggler reverses that one. Kicks to the thigh of Owens. Puts Owens in the corner. Reverses. Big elbows to the head. Owens now. Ziggler slaps Owens in the back of the head. That's a bit disrespectful, but he's got a big suplex in. Ziggler 1. Owens kicks out at 1. Got a lot of work to do still, Ziggler. Owens runs back into the ring. And Ziggler went out as well. Owens has got Ziggler by the back of his neck. Puts him in the corner. Ziggler kicks Owens into the face from a reversal. Got him in a headlock. Turns him around. He's got the headlock in here. Ziggler is going for a bit of chain wrestling. And, well, Owens is really struggling on that mat. Ref might want to go check his shoulders there, make sure they're not falling down onto the mat. But Ziggler's got control of Owens now. Let's go eventually. You can see the blood coming down from Owens' head. Trying to do something. Another arm prettier from Ziggler. Going for the cover. Is this it? Is Ziggler going to move on to round 2? Owens kicks out before the ref can count. And he gets up like The Undertaker. Ziggler gets out of the hit. But here comes Owens. Clotheslined into the corner. Bombed onto the floor is Ziggler. And Owens is looking to finish him. What's he doing here? He's getting riled up. Bringing Ziggler to his feet. Kicks him into the stomach. He's going for it. Pop-up powerbomb. That's got to be it. Ref count. 1, 2, 3. No! 2.5. 2.5. Ziggler kicks out. What has Owen got to do? He's put him through an announce table. He's pop-up powerbombed him. What has Owens got to do? He's controlled the entirety of this match. Dolph Ziggler, neck breaker. Going for the cover. Once again, Owens kicks out really, really early. Ziggler has still got massive amount of work to do. Oh, Owens reversed the zigzag. He's going for another one here, Owens. Pop-up powerbomb. There it is. Finish it. That's got to be it. 1, 2, 3. Owens has won. That was an absolute ripper of a match, and Owens beats Ziggler to move on to the second round of the Universal World Heavyweight whatever main event title tournament. But he started by going off with these wrap-ups, and I wasn't sure what he was doing. But eventually, he took 2 pop-up power bombs, and well, he had to put him through the announce table as well. Kevin Owens and Dolph Ziggler put on one hell of a show here tonight. Well, it's not even the main event. And that is coming up next.
Here is your winner, Kevin Owens.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is JayNap1, and I am your guest commentator for tonight's main event at Money in the Bank. On your screen, you see the 6 men that will be competing for that briefcase tonight. The Miz, Baron Corbin, Rey Mysterio Jr., Aleister Black, Ricochet, and Big E. Now, we know that Miz, Rey Mysterio, and Ricochet earned the right to be in this match by way of a 3-on-3 6-man tag match. And so much more than just the briefcase is on the line tonight, because whoever wins this match guarantees that their brand, Raw or SmackDown, will continue as the dominant brand. If one of the Raw superstars wins tonight, then SmackDown goes away. If one of the SmackDown superstars wins tonight, then Raw, as unthinkable as it may be, will go away. We see Rey Mysterio making his way to the ring first. Certainly, Rey Mysterio, a veteran in the sport, no stranger to high-flying in-ring action. There's a difference between 619s and ladder matches, though, so it remains to be seen if Rey Mysterio's experience in the world of lucha, in WCW, and in WWE is going to be the difference maker, or if age will finally catch up to arguably the greatest lucha superstar of all time, and he comes up just a little bit short. Certainly he's going to have 5 men standing in between he and that briefcase that we see hanging above the ring behind him. As we see our second competitor make his way to the ring, the lights go out. You can feel the tension in the air. The universe is ready for this match to be underway. Money in the Bank matches are always something of a car crash. It's a spectacle. You want to look away, but you can't take your eyes off of what's happening. And here we see Aleister Black rising up out of the stage, eyes on the prize, staring down Rey Mysterio as he heads towards the ring. Now, Aleister Black, a relative newcomer to the WWE, but certainly no stranger to in-ring action all over the world. He has a variety of attacks and skills in the ring that could very well allow him to both literally and figuratively climb the ladder tonight. Now, just before this match, we saw Kevin Owens defeat Dolph Ziggler in the first match of the World Heavyweight Title Tournament as Baron Corbin makes his way to the ring. And it's important to note that whoever wins that title tournament will immediately have to begin looking over their shoulders for the winner of tonight's Money in the Bank contest. Baron Corbin will have a size advantage over almost everyone in this match. Some would argue that being a little taller than everyone else makes the briefcase a little easier for him to grasp, but what he makes up for in size, he's going to lose in agility. And with Big E coming out shortly, it's hard to argue that Baron Corbin will be the strongest man in the match. Half of our competitors are in the ring. We're waiting for the final three to come out, and once the bell rings, I will do my very best to keep up with the action. The laser lights are coming down from the roof of the arena, and it is the one and only Ricochet. You could argue that as far as current talent in the world of professional wrestling goes, this is the premier high flyer. This is the premier aerial artist. There is a reason Ricochet is known as the one and only. Next to last, coming out, number 5 in the Money in the Bank match, we see the self-described most must-see sports entertainer of all time. The Miz loves the spotlight, and he has since his days on The Real World on MTV. In his tag team, The Dirt Sheet, with John Morrison. In his own WWE World Heavyweight title reign. His WrestleMania moments, his Intercontinental title reigns. The Miz is no stranger to doing big things on big stages, and tonight may be the night that he puts himself in a prime position to maybe not be the first WWE Heavyweight Champion of this universe, but very well could be the next. And now we see who many believe to be the breakout solo star of the New Day, the man with the most potential. Certainly he has unbelievable power. Certainly he has unbelievable charisma. And as Big E makes his way to the ring, we are ready to get underway. Aleister Black opens up with a big kick to the Miz, but Miz is able to get Aleister Black onto the apron before joining the others. Big E down quickly, and Baron Corbin manages to take Rey Mysterio up and over the top rope with a single punch. Baron Corbin in control of the in-ring action early on, and we see the ladder already coming into play. Ricochet wasting absolutely no time, bringing it around the ring, looking for a clear entry point, and I'm telling you, once the bodies start flying, Ricochet's going to be happier than a rainbow trout in a drive-through car wash. He's going to be in his element. Decides against the ladder this early on, comes in and is taking the fight to the Miz. Big E looking to assert his power against Rey Mysterio, but Rey Mysterio still fast enough to counter and try to take the legs away from the powerhouse. In these matches, it doesn't take long for a lot of damage to be done, as we see Ricochet using a kendo stick to wear out The Miz on the floor. Now, if you want to make sure that you're the first and only one up the ladder, or in Ricochet's case, maybe it'd be more appropriate to say the one and only to make it up the ladder, the quickest way to do that is to deal as much damage as possible to everyone inside. But if you're going to use a kendo stick on someone like The Miz, you better make sure you put him down for good. Because now The Miz stalking Ricochet, but Ricochet has a counter into a beautiful head scissors. Big E and Aleister Black on the outside, Miz down, and we see Rey Mysterio, Baron Corbin, and Ricochet taking control of the action. Rey on top. Big splash from the top rope down to The Miz, and admittedly The Miz has had a very difficult beginning to the match. Big E with a scoop power slam on Rey, and an Irish whip to The Miz sends him up and over the top. Baron Corbin thought about the ladder for a moment. Big E slides up and over on, Baron Corbin up and over on the body slam into a side Russian leg sweep on Big E, and you've got the two hosses battling, and Baron Corbin comes out on top. Corbin has always been adamant that bigger is better, and that his natural size and strength makes him the ideal professional wrestler. We'll see if his actions can live up to the checks that his mouth has written in tonight's matchup. And a long distance 630 from Ricochet, and I gotta be honest with you, I don't see how The Miz recovers from this early start. He's surprised us before, but good grief, he's taken a beating early on. And Ricochet, again, aggressive in bringing the ladder into play. Rey Mysterio, the veteran, is not going to allow that to happen just yet. Now everyone begins to congregate around that ladder. As we see the ladder stationed in the middle of the ring, this is where the mental chess game begins. Who goes up the ladder first? Who opens themselves up to those attacks, to being pushed off the ladder and sustaining incredible damage? It doesn't matter if we're talking about Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels. It doesn't matter if we're talking about Shawn Michaels and Razor Ramon. It doesn't matter if we're talking about the all-time classic TLC matches between the Hardys, Edge and Christian, and the Dudley Boys. There is strategy and psychology involved here. It's not as simple as just scrambling up as quickly as possible. You have to pick your spots, and Ricochet has gone up the ladder first, and he's the first man to come down off the ladder as well. All it takes is one bad fall off of that ladder. You roll an ankle, you land on your shoulder the wrong way, and you're out of contention in this match. And it looks like Big E's going to be able to get the briefcase before Corbin can get up. No, big right hand to the ribs as Corbin interrupts Big E. And now you've got Ricochet attacking Big E, and down goes Big E off the ladder. Ricochet right back up. And the ladder tilting, toppling, and Baron Corbin. That's where that size comes back to haunt you. The bigger they are, the harder they fall. Aleister Black and Ricochet squared off in the corner. Big shoulder block into the midsection. And Big E takes hold of Ricochet. Doesn't get it as smoothly as he wants, but he's got the Samoan drop in position and drops the throat over the top rope. We see Rey down on the floor. Aleister Black is following up on him and trying to make sure that he stays down. Instead, Rey reverses and gets Black into the ring. And again, Ricochet up to the ladder. We see him pulling, working with that lever. Not easy in the heat of the moment to unclasp that. Again, Baron Corbin, big right hands to the rib cage. When you've got your arms up over your head like that, it makes it a very inviting target. Aleister Black's going to make sure that Corbin doesn't get a chance to capitalize on the opening that he created for himself in dumping Ricochet off of the ladder. Black misses on his big roundhouse kick attempt. You can see Big E getting fired up, and we're starting to see damage accumulate. The guys that land on the floor are staying there a little bit longer now. Ricochet into the post from The Miz, and The Miz has seemed very content. Rey Mysterio at the top of the ladder. The Miz has seemed very content to let everyone else take the damage since that disastrous opening 2 or 3 minutes that he had. Oh, brutal powerbomb to Rey Mysterio, and we see Rey rolling out to the safety of the floor. Corbin up and over in a T-bone suplex, and Aleister Black driven into the mat, and all of a sudden Ricochet once again finds himself in a perfect position to maybe get up the ladder. Miz goes down. Corbin snapmare onto the ladder. Can't follow through with the kick. Big forearm to the back from Ricochet. Version of the code breaker from Ricochet, driving the knee into the jaw of Corbin. And now here we go. Ladder positioned. 5 men down. Ricochet, the only person left standing. And he misaligned the ladder. Terrible mistake. Wait a minute. What is Ricochet doing? Ricochet on top of the ladder. Thinks better of the big dive off the top of it. Aleister Black manages to get a hold of Ricochet, unloading with strikes. And this is where Aleister Black is so dangerous. Picking up those striking skills in the different combat associations in Europe. Equally adept with his hands, forearms, elbows, knees, and feet. An incredibly dangerous striker, and he can eliminate somebody from the equation of this match in very short order. Big E dumps Rey over the top rope. And we've got The Miz, Ricochet, and Big E in the ring. Again, down goes The Miz. Ricochet with a big cutter on Big E. Takes a big cutter to drop a big man. And once again, the ladder is in place. This time he looks like he's got it lined up perfectly, but slow to get up the ladder. And that's probably not going to work out too well for him. Squaring off with Big E on top of the ladder, and Ricochet coming back down. Big E again with his hands on the briefcase, but again, Baron Corbin right there. Corbin's not really had the opportunity to bring the briefcase down himself, but he has certainly been an effective spoiler in this match, making sure that no one else has either. Big E with a monstrous powerbomb to Aleister Black. Picks up the legs, stomp to the gut. Look at Rey with a Yoshi tonic on The Miz. Big E looking for that opportunity to bring the World Heavyweight title home to the New Day. And again, Baron Corbin with some effective shots onto the back there, slowing Big E down just enough that he can't get the briefcase free. Ricochet with a springboard drop kick to the ladder. Oh, wow. Big E hits the ground hard. The ladder in the ring. Baron Corbin over the top rope. Skull-crushing finale to the legendary Rey Mysterio. Miz, no respect there. And Ricochet up the ladder. Did you see how quickly he was able to scale the ladder? And Miz in desperation. Rey Mysterio, not a wise move to stop Miz from interfering with Ricochet there. Miz dumps the ladder over. Ricochet is just sort of hanging in no man's land right now. Can't get it free, doesn't want to drop all the way down onto that ladder, and there he goes. Couldn't hold his grip any longer. And just like that, we've got 5 and now 4 out of 6 men in the ring. Baron Corbin and Big E paired off, as well as The Miz and Rey Mysterio. Ricochet and Aleister Black down on the outside of the ring. And Baron Corbin finally looks like he's ready to make his own attempt at retrieving the briefcase. He set the ladder up, and then he stopped to deliver a nice German suplex to Big E. Some heavy knee lifts, and now a suplex. My goodness, what a display of power. Maybe I was wrong about Corbin being the strongest man in the ring tonight. Still have to question Baron Corbin setting up the ladder but not electing to go for the briefcase. And if I'm not mistaken, it looks like a blood stain on the mask of Rey Mysterio. Again, these matches are so hard on the bodies of the competitor, incredibly difficult to maintain your health throughout these matches. The opportunities for injury are so plentiful. Miz, big right hand blocked. Ricochet fires back, whips Miz into the corner. Miz comes out, blocks the kick, delivers a kick of his own, whips Ricochet in, and a big boot from Miz. Big E down with a skull-crushing finale. Ricochet capitalizes as Miz is left unguarded and up and over the top. And again, it's Ricochet and Baron Corbin. They've been two of the constants in this match. They've been in the middle of so much of the action. And now Corbin is out. Big E again dropped. The ladder is in place. Ricochet up the ladder, but again, Ricochet has the ladder off center. He can't get to the briefcase, and those are costly mistakes. You can see the relative inexperience of Ricochet coming into play. Big E down, Miz rushing in, trying to play spoiler. And Ricochet able to bring the briefcase down. Ricochet is Mr. Money in the Bank. Ricochet now has the opportunity. As soon as a world champion is crowned, he has the opportunity to cash in and take that title for himself. It's been an incredible night of action here on Money in the Bank. We thank all of you for joining us. We look forward to seeing you again in the weeks to come on Raw, because Ricochet, as a Raw superstar, has made sure that his brand endures. For Money in the Bank, this is JayNap1 signing off. Good night.